I'm getting a really late start this morning, and I've already got my bed made and went and weighed in. I need to get rolling at some calories. I don't wanna, but I did already pick out my clothes for the day. Not that it's gonna matter because I'm gonna be slumming at home most of it. All of it. Because the scout meeting's a Zoom thing, and I don't have to leave the house for anything.
Not sure if this is another new low, but this is definitely progress, and I'm happy with it.
My curls are falling out pretty fast this time around, especially in the front. Okay, so Supernatural hoodie, gray yoga pants, and not much else going on today, so it's probably all I need. Maybe if the house is particularly cold, I'll throw on some fluffy socks. It's 1:09. Well, it's 1:09, and I haven't yet eaten anything today. I do have my coffee, and I am going to make an attempt with actual non-bread instead of baked up low-carb bread. This is paneer and a tikka masala sauce, and I'm going to have to log all of this, and I'm not looking forward to it because it's going to be high calorie. The tikka masala paneer was absolutely delicious. Unfortunately, about halfway through eating the whole thing, I realized that my naan was too much carb for me just yet, so I'm not gonna eat the whole thing, which is sad because it's only one of those little bitty naan that you can put in the toaster to warm up. They're only like 150 calories. You know, this is not a bad way to add some carbs into your meal, because it's about 24 carbs, or 24 grams of carbs. Altogether, I didn't check what the net carbs are. My light is like lens flaring me. Yeah, really good. I really missed naan bread, but that's a bit much. Oops. I'm still gonna slowly build up my tolerance while watching my calories. This was just over 500 calories altogether in the bowl before I got started, but I think I'm gonna take off about 1/4 of the naan because I didn't eat it. That was really tasty. Certain people in my house get really snacky, especially around the holidays, so I made some keto-friendly glazed cinnamon pecans, and I made a really, really big box of them. Turns out I had things wrong. I had things backwards. Today is an in-person scout meeting, and we had some knots to learn. So much fun. Thankfully, I was already very familiar with one. My dad happens to use the other one regularly. Perfect. It's 8:17 and we are done at the scout meeting, and somebody got his taut line, was it taut line hitch? Taut line knot? He got his taut line on the very first try. I am so proud. The local grocery store does not have Sprite cranberry. My hands are killing me, and I have to get home and I gotta stick them in some hot water to get them back to normal, because right now they are looking extra corpsey. Or I might just wait until somebody falls asleep and creep up next to him and just kind of poke his cheek just a little bit and see what happens. You don't like that idea? He's not a fan. What if I do it to your brother? Oh, okay. So that wouldn't be okay. Alright.
That would be okay.
Great. So you got all 4 of your knots correct, huh?
Yep.
But you need to keep practicing so that you get better and faster at it, right?
Nope.
Like a ninja.
No.
Dude, I cannot tell you the number of times my brother has been pranked simply because I could tie a knot.
Treason.
Treason? Let me tell you
That's
something
treason.
about treason.
Treason's a good thing. I'm kidding, it's not.
Well, is it or isn't it?
Well, I mean, it can be.
Okay, like
It's a
when?
Revolutionary War.
Okay.
No, but I was thinking about arson.
Sedition.
Arson is not a good thing.
What? I said tie knots. I didn't say I lit anything on fire.
You tie the knots, then you light them on fire. Arson is not a good thing. Stop.
Okay, so here's the deal, bud. Wouldn't you like to be able to like really mess with people, especially if you're like out camping or something?
I'll practice.
You will?
Yes.
Do you want to hear about the worst time I ever messed with
No.
somebody? You don't?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. That is what it's like to have kids. You're like, I'm gonna tell on myself about the most meanest thing I ever did as an older sister, and they're like, okay, boomer. Okay, it is dinner time. The time is 8:47 because we got back late, and I'm having a tiny 7.5 ounce Pepsi diet, of course. These are carb balance whole wheat, two net carbs a piece tortillas. They're actually quite small, hand for size. Basically a sausage meat with lots of vegetables in it and some cheese. I fully intend to sit down and watch a Christmas movie with my kid. This isn't brains or crushed eyeballs. I swear this is raspberries with a little bit of cream to it, because it is 10:51 and I didn't make my calories for the day. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna try to keep this short because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I think today went well. I didn't manage anything with my record player, but I did listen to some Shaman's Harvest, predictably, and everything kind of went okay. Kind of hold down the fort style. School stuff, scout stuff. Tomorrow should be fun. Tomorrow evening, my parents are taking my youngest to go do a holiday thing that's really mostly aimed at kids, and my older son is no longer interested, and I don't want to hear the every year annual kind of grumpy back and forth with him on this drive to go do this thing. So I've kind of insisted, the folks who are still impressed by this and really want to go see this and do this, go ahead and go. This is not the year to push anybody out of their comfort zone. Not this year. No, because they are both still dealing with the fact that their other grandmother had passed shortly before Thanksgiving. So yeah, it's low key, low expectations, just keeping it together. The cat is just like, it just takes up the whole bed. I don't know how he does that. Without fail. The whole bed. Wait till he finds out that I've got a heating pad under the blanket so it doesn't shock my nerves when I get into him. He's going to find that warm area and he's going to go, this is mine now. I don't know what's up with me. I've been thirsty. though I'm fairly certain I'm eating enough carbs to stay out of ketosis. But I'm not going to argue with it because, I mean, I could be dehydrated, I suppose. It's a possibility. Better safe than sorry. If anything gets weird, I'll definitely be hollering at my doctor. I did have on my list a fitness tracker, mostly to get a more accurate count of what my calorie expenditure is, because when you are taken over, your life kind of revolves around physical limitations the way mine does. When you have stuff you can do, stuff you can't do, it depends on the day. It's very hard to kind of get an average of how much your version of sedentary differs from the average version of sedentary. And supposedly, if you have a sedentary lifestyle, you only burn about 1,200 calories a day when you're about my size. But my phone usually shows that my activity level plus what I'm actually doing, in that sedentary time comes out to around 1,400. But there are many times when I will have to put my phone down, leave it charging. I simply don't have any pockets on my yoga pants or most of my pajama pants, and I'm marching through the house carrying a basket of laundry or something. I just really want to know roughly what my expenditure is from a more accurate standpoint, so that I will have an easier time knowing how much fuel I've got to replace to start maintaining. I don't feel like I'm done losing yet, but it's kind of home stretch here. I'm adding back carbs. I'm trying to figure out what my size is going to be, or what size range I'm going to be in, because one, for ladies, that fluctuates. There's no getting around that. And two, brands are not uniform. They vary. Okay, so one brand is going to be, it's going to say something completely different on the tag than this other brand. This was really well illustrated by this picture I saw online, where someone said, "You want to know why girls are insecure about their weight?" And they had a stack of different sizes of shorts. They were like the largest and then slightly smaller, slightly smaller, slightly smaller. So like there's a whole bunch of these, like I think there was like 4 or 5 of them. And they said each one of these pairs of shorts says it's a size 10. It's like, I know this feeling. This is exactly right. Nothing fits the way it's supposed to, because brands do not consult other brands about sizes. They have an idea and they try to average towards that, and it doesn't always work. So, in some brands, a petite is too long for me, and in other brands, a petite is too short for me. It's a very uncomfortable height. It's not okay. It's like I should not have to be petite means 5'4" in one brand and petite means 5'1" in another. But there's no regulations on these things. No luck. I'm going to start rambling on crazy stuff if I don't finish this up. So, thanks for sharing my day with me.